We are now broadcasting.
We're now broadcasting.
Inhale.
Da, 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 da.
Groovy.
Okay, fella.
Gotta mosey on right along.
Moving right along.
Footloose and fancy free. Moving right along.
That's disturbing, Ozzy.
Yes, yes, I will save. Dang idiots.
Alright, you should be alive now.
Should being the operative word. If you've heard. Alright, got some provisions, now we can carry on.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
But enough of Kansas references for now. Alright, so let's see. Where did we... Hey, what up, everybody?
What is up, everybody?
What is up, fellas?
It is a Lark stream night. I bet you never thought you'd see the day.
Unless you've been here weekly, in which case, yeah, you saw this coming.
I need to get some stuff moved. If you want me to rant on anything, better do it soon, because I gotta take care of some stuff out there.
You guys should start a duet. We're not that cruel.
See, I sing like a frog with laryngitis. My brother sings like an angel who has fallen. Wait, you're a fallen angel! Ah!
No, I don't even sing that well. Though I can swing low.
Swing low.
Rant about Steven Universe. Is that even still a thing?
Coming for to carry me home.
Swing low.
Swing low.
Don't top the ball.
I can't keep doing that. Anyway, rant about Steven Universe. What is there to say about Steven Universe? Is it even relevant anymore? I mean, it was not a very good show. The animation was choppy and all over the place. The art direction was weird. The songs were incredibly overrated. Like, this is going to sound crazy. I know that a lot of people say, hey, you may hate the show, but the songs are good. I'm about to say something scary. I think Hazbin Hotel has better songs than Steven Universe.
I don't think that's hot of a take, honestly.
But yeah, who cares about that? Rant about Sons of Manus? The Sons of Manus, what are the Sons?
You mean Magnus?
The Sons of the Thousand Sons?
No, they've suffered enough.
There's nothing to rant about with the Thousand Sons.
I pity them.
I go back to the Thousand Sons. Raven sings like a raven, Lark sings like a lark with sore throat.
That's fair.
Have you ever heard Raven sing? Raven went.
Well, what's funny is ravens are actually pretty good at. Manus, Ferris Manus.
Oh, the Iron Hands. Oh, well, okay.
Beat boop there.
Here's the thing about the Iron Hands. I can sum up my problems with the Iron Hands like this. What's the difference between literally take an entire chapter of Tech Marines? That's it. Those are the Iron Hands. There's nothing unique about them outside of they're all a bunch of Tech Marines. And you might think, well, that's creative, right? Yeah, if every other chapter didn't have Tech Marines.
And there wasn't the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Like, we have the Adeptus Mechanicus in the Skitarii. We have Tech Marines. Why do we need the Iron Hands? You couldn't come up with anything more clever than, oh my god, Robo-Marines.
It also kind of defeats the purpose. Like, what's so special about the Space Marines? They're genetically enhanced. Okay, then the Iron Hands. What's special about them? You know those genetic enhancements? Yeah, they amputate their limbs and replace it with mechanical parts.
Then what's the point of the genetic enhancements? I don't know.
Mental stuff mostly, but still.
The Iron Hands have the potential to be cool. They're not cool. The only thing people like about them is Ferrus Manus. He was the first Primarch to die, and everyone feels bad about that. And don't get me wrong, it sucks, but the minute Ferrus died, the Iron Hand ceased to be relevant.
Well, hey, you got to give Ferrus Manus this. He existed.
He definitely existed.
Yep, the coolest prospect about him isn't that he'll even come back to his sons. It's that he's basically like a revenant leading the lost and the damned.
In Star Wars, you said that's one of the Republic of the Sith. The Republic are still the objective good guys, but here's the thing. Mark and I discussed this. We've heard the arguments of the Sith, and definitely the Republic could have done a lot of things differently, but that doesn't change who the good guys are, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lover of the clones, to be sure, and I'm sorry, but the battle droids, I have no problem mowing them down and laughing while I do it, the dang clankers. I will say the CIS does have some good points here and there, but the problem is they're in bed with Newt Gunray.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the banking clan. It's like, yes, Sidious is manipulating both sides, but one of you is in bed with the banking clan and the Nemodians, like, trade federation. There is no winning that situation.
We talk Star. Yeah, Raptor. Whenever Lark streams, whenever my brother streams, the conversation can go anywhere. Are y'all gonna watch the new Predator movie? No.
I have no desire.
Would Night Lords be wasted potential? The Night Lords are only cool to people because they're the edgy Marines. That's what makes people like them.
That sweet, sweet edge.
In my opinion, they're a joke. The Night Lords are a joke. They exist to be sadomasochistic monsters, but we're supposed to like them because they don't follow anyone.
And yet they play right into Chaos's hands.
It's like saying, I don't play for any side. That makes me cool. Except you play in the hands of Chaos.
Yeah, it's like, I don't serve Chaos, except for the times I do, because my chapter master, or whatever the equivalent is possessed by a literal demon.
They're literally trying to out-emo the Raven Guard by trying to say, I don't play by the rules until I do.
Yeah, at least the Raven Guard have some interesting depth to them. Whereas the Night Lords are like, I'm edgy.
Whoa, hot take, droids are cooler than clones?
That is a hot take. That is
definitely a hot take. It's also a false take. You take that shit somewhere else.
Yes. Beat Boop are so much more interesting.
Like, it's so much cooler? Yes, they're so much cooler. Yeah.
You look at that clone armor and you tell me the droids are cooler.
You fool! The clones are way cooler than the droids. The clones are way cooler than the droids. Here's the thing. Republic dogs, yeah, take that shit somewhere else. Take that shit Tell you what, go back to effing your toaster. We'll be over here playing with the real humans.
Honestly, I like if there was a character that was aware of the cliche they played into.
A character that was... Oh, you mean from the Space Marines?
Ironically,
I'm pretty sure Sevitarian kind of figured it out.
There's some members of the Dark Angels that are kind of self-aware. Titus from the Ultramarines kind of had some self-awareness, and I accidentally burned a cop alive. Sorry, buddy.
But of the Night Lord, Sevitarians seem to figure it out.
Yeah, well, we can't expect everyone to be Sevitarian.
The only thing cool in the clones are the Old Republic Commandos.
Oh, heck yes.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that irritated me. Mini Lark rant incoming. If you watch the Clone Wars, the TV series, one of the big plots that they have is that they want to raise money to produce more clones, and that's considered the bad option because it's just furthering the war. And I'm like, you're already at war. Why are you upset about? That's what you do when you're at war. You raise money. But then I thought about this. This was a genius take, fellas. If the clones are too expensive to raise and recruit, here's an idea. You have half a galaxy at your disposal. Draft people.
Conscript some soldiers.
The reason you used clones in the first place wasn't because you liked child soldiers that much. It was because you needed a rapid response to deal with the massive droid army that just popped up on your doorstep. That's the reason why the clones were such a good idea, because they were available. Now that you already have forces in the field, take some time, take those same guys that are training the guys on Camino, and just start training people up on every single planet that you can.
You got people willing to fight, I guarantee it.
It's just ridiculous to me.
There's some Twi'leks who definitely want to take the fight to the cis dogs.
Exactly. Drop people, the Empire did that, the Stormtroopers can't aim. Okay, common misconception there. Common misconception. They can aim. It's just plot armor.
Yep.
And that actually has led to the theory that they deliberately let people go in the Empire and in the New Hope so that they could actually see. Because remember, the first time we see Stormtroopers, they bust open a door and immediately kill pretty much every rebel in their sight. So they can aim. It's just plot.
Yep. It's all plot armor. In fact, I remember in the Clone Troopers cartoon or whatever, it wasn't Clone Troopers, it was Star Wars Rebels, I think, where they had to disguise themselves as Stormtroopers and put on the helm. They had Rex put on the helm, and he literally just says, I can't see anything with these helms. How do you shoot with these on? They're like kind of drawing attention to the joke.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest jokes. But the thing is, the conscription idea cannot 100% work because the old Republic commandos prove that you don't need some fancy clones to go and fight a man's fight. You can just grab some old boys and say, listen, do you want to fight for the Republic? They'll say, ooh, rah, and train up. Super Earth is dedicated to the idea that random bozos in semi-cool armor, screed armor, semi-cool stats on that armor, you can throw them into a horde of bots and come out victorious.
Very true.
Ignore the casualty rates. I think the biggest reason the clone troopers...
We got into Star Wars discussions, which is more your area than mine. The only thing I know about Star Wars is there's some hot aliens in that universe. I'm not going to
Unquestionably. I don't know. I'm still a little partial to the Mass Effect Quarians, if you know what I'm talking about.
I'd say the Quarians are top tier, but hey, I wrote a Nautilon who was kind of fire.
I'm more of a Togruta guy, honestly.
I can't fault you there. As long as you're not thirsting after a young Snips. What was her name again?
Actually, I'm more thinking the Togruta from the Sith Sorcerer track and Old Republic.
Oh yeah, wait. Are you talking about Twi'leks?
No, not a Twi'lek. She's a Togruta.
Okay, maybe I.
You might not have gotten that far in the Sorcerer run through.
I didn't get that far.
The problem is because the voice is automatically comical. Yeah, no, we're not talking about Ahsoka. I'm talking about someone else. In the early dads of the Empire, a large majority of the forces were Imperial Army. The Mud Troops and Solo were part of the Imperial... Yeah, they did do a good job of distinguishing, hey, there's Imperial Army, and then there's Stormtroopers, which are supposed to be elite corps.
I'll die on the Droid Supremacy Hill. Come at me, clone bucket. I tell you what, Burger King, I would say you can die on that hill, but droids aren't even alive in the conventional sense, so there's nothing for you to die for. And tell you what, once you get your AI update, then you can come mess with me. How about that? I'll go ahead and throw an EMP, and you'll be knocked to the ground in an instant. Tell me, how are you going to fight me when you're having to go through a Windows Mal update? The minute you march into battle, suddenly you get restarting. Would you like to install restarting?
Yes.
Yeah. Come at me, you clanker.
How does it feel having your entire army taken out by a 9-year-old?
A 9-year-old with a can-do attitude. Wipe out your entire invasion.
Clankers, comic relief, Republic troops, able to effectively wipe out the Jedi Order.
At least we can be repaired. Yeah, sure. That is true. You can be repaired if you have the budget for it.
Yes, they can be repaired, but also clones can be too. I present to you the Bad Batch.
They also can't critically think. Robots are usually programmed to do one thing and one thing only. They aren't usually programmed to do more than that. If you want a higher functioning AI, you better fork over the cash.
Good thing we're independent thinkers. Roger. And need I say,
mass produce our soldiers? Clones, you idiot!
Yes, because the clones weren't mass produced.
The whole point of clones is you can mass produce them. You have no argument. Please keep digging this grave deeper. You have no hill to die on. You've dug yourself into a trench.
Yep, because the best thing the droids had going for them was a cyborg. Not a droid, a cyborg.
You can't even say Grievous is a good example. He's only part machine.
That's what a cyborg is.
There are way more droids in the galaxy than clones. Yeah, too bad they lost. Yeah, you're right. There were way more droids in the galaxy. Did you win? Were you even close to winning, or were you literally beaten? You're not helping your. basically the factory of droids. The first detachment of clones came down and kicked their asses.
Yeah, the most horrifying thing about Geonosis wasn't even the droids, it was the mind control parasites.
Yeah, literally. Bro, you want to keep fighting this battle? You're not winning on this. You say you want to die on this hill? You're dying.
If you want
If
to...
the team didn't intervene, the Sith probably would have won. There is absolutely no evidence of that. There is absolutely no
If
evidence of
Palpatine hadn't intervened, there probably wouldn't have been a war.
Very true point. Palpatine was the cause of the war in the first place.
Do you want to go fishing with me? I found an interesting spot. We'll do well.
I'm not a great fisherman.
But I am.
Might have to Helldivers 2 oil. Yeah, might have to boot up Helldivers 2 to spill some oil. Yeah, take it to the clankers.
All right, then. Grab your horse and let's go.
Also, the majority of the fighting Clone Wars and Legends were mainly fought between loyalists, planetary militia, and separatists.
I know I'm losing. I just prefer droids in a subjective opinion. Then
Fair enough.
Then why'd you say you die on that hill? That's the ultimate. Okay, I surrender. It's just my opinion, bro. It's just my opinion, bro. I surrender.
All right, let's let him descend into the grass.
He's decommissioned and is being powered down as we speak.
Beep boop.
Looking for a good place to try.
I hear the sound.
I mean, if the droids really wanted to win, why didn't they recruit R2? That's the real question right there.
R2 is the most.
See, that's a droid you can set your watch to right there.
Hey, because I want to keep my opinion. Bro, your software isn't working, Burger King. You need to update your droid file. You see, as a human, clones wouldn't make that mistake. Robots, though, their autocorrect ain't helping them.
Yeah, because here's the
AI
difference.
needs to be updated.
The clone can defect and marry a Twi'lek. The droid can't. It's all right, bud. We've all done that. Tried to make a point and then minor spelling mistake. I must now commit Sudoku.
Sorry, couldn't resist. Are there any members in the inner circle who openly question line forgiving the fallen? Yes.
I believe Jim.
Azrael and Asmodai both questioned it. They can't do anything about it.
Perfect. Pick a spot.
Oh man, I pulled something laughing.
Seeing lots of blue.
All right, well, if you got no more things for me to rant about, I'll pull out.
All right.
Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about. I think we scared off Gaming Raptor.
Perhaps. It's all right, Burke. Again, and here's the thing: as someone who has watched the Pancreas No Work video on the CIS, I get the philosophy. I really do.
Maybe some bread or...
It's just.
He's just wrong.
It's not that he's wrong. It's just the clones are just too they're too cool to love. They're too cool not to love.
Hey, be careful. I don't want to hook you, Arthur.
What are you trying to say, Kieran? You think you can take me? All right, Gaming Raptor's still here.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, we can't scare him off.
Oh, I'm scared off plenty in my time.
Marrying a Twi'lek was his biggest mistake. One does not marry a Twi'lek. You use them for their only purpose. Are you sure you're not confusing Twi'leks with
Told you fellas 100
Argonians?
Been with them a couple of months. It's just a road. Helping out with the horses, man.
What?
Inside joke.
Oh.
I think closer. I just prefer droids. Honestly, the only droids that really I was like, yeah, I like these are like the Commando droids from the Clone Wars series because I thought they were actually kind of cool.
And Kieran O'Driscoll at this point. Honest to God. Mostly I'm
Anyway.
Kieran Dunn.
I hate to break it to you, but I ain't sure Kieran Vanderland.
All right, well, I got everything moved, so I will vamoose.
Vamos!
The clones will get destroyed by Ultron. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying the clones are the best force in any sci-fi.
Oh, heavens no.
But if we're going to go outside of Star Wars, I mean, I would argue that most science fiction armies outside of Star Wars would probably be able to take the clones. The vast majority.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Break the line.
I would say most Imperial Guard regiments would be able to take the clones, with very little issue. Like, one of my favorite videos on the subject on YouTube is this video, of Thrawn just, sending a letter to Palpatine, basically discussing that he's, encountered forces from the 40K, and basically how he is horrified.
Now see if you can hook a nut.
The Twi'leks are like Asari, Argonians. Oh, whoa. Listen, you don't have to like the Twi'leks, but comparing to the Asari, that's just cruel right there.
What?
Don't worry, inside joke.
Are you giving up on me already?
Kieran, I never believed in you. Imagine if clones were supported by drafted Republic citizens and they just had to keep them separate because clones don't play well with regs from what I've read. Yeah, I can actually believe. Like, I did a Star Wars TTRPG, and my character was a veteran of the Clone Wars, but he was just a normal guy, and he resented the clones because, like, they always got the credit in all the holo vids and other stuff like that, and no one ever talked about what he and his men did, and so he eventually gave up and became like a bounty hunter. Would Edward Kenway? Fisher trip.
Edward Kenway.
Yeah, hold on.
What in the world? Arthur, you seeing this? Feather's naked as a jaybird.
Is that why you like this spot?
Kieran, be honest with me now.
There's somebody who needs to go to confession.
Hey, watch the line.
Oh, hey! I nearly gulped down a minnow. Sorry, fellas. Didn't see you there. Why don't you take a break? Come on in. The water's wonderful.
Hi.
I reckon we'll leave you to it. Just don't scare all the fish.
Oh, just so you fellas know, there's some real big ones over that way, like this.
Let's see if we can trick him into drowning.
Well, I better keep the blood pumping. Hope you gents catch something.
Yeah? Maybe we'll take a look. Thanks.
I know where that is. But come on, let's go.
But anyway, I think the biggest reason the clone troopers were the Soul Force is because Palpatine knew the clones would end up causing financial problems for the Republic. I certainly think that's part of it. He also liked the fact that they were chipped, or rather, even before that point, they had psychological conditioning. Convincing a bunch of draftees and conscripts to turn against the Jedi would be a lot harder than convincing the clones. So that's the thing. Also, the Clone Wars is overrated. Careful with such blasphemy! Okay, Revenge of the Sith is great for memes. I liked it. I liked it even aside from the ratings. But my favorite Star Wars movie is probably either Revenge of the Sith in itself or Return of the Jedi.
I think this is the place that...
Either one which wraps up one of those trilogies. I'm a big fan of both.
Did you see that amazing bluegill?
Sure.
No, I did not, Kieran.
Excited, huh?
Come on, Arthur, let's walk down to the beach.
Well, we might as well.
Hope we land this monster.
Uh-huh.
It ain't easy to catch a fish like that.
I never got why we suddenly got part of a Star Wars fandom, started spouting that apparently the Clone Wars was always bad. The show, the event, or the second movie? My question would Edward Kenway be a rogue more than Shay Cormac in Assassin's Creed? I'm sorry if that came out weird. Is that a deer? That's a deer and a snake.
Me and Pappy when I was young to cholera.
Your mammy?
What did you just do?
I was real young.
What?
After that, I was on my own pretty much. But
What is that? But okay, so in terms of I guess you're I think the idea is why Shay gets the title of rogue is because he went rogue from his from his organization. But yes, you are technically correct that Edward Kenway would qualify as a rogue. Messes with the Clone Wars multimedia projects in so many ways. Not enough to make me dislike it. What would happen if a Kriegsman somehow survived everything and was relatively unharmed? That happens more often than you think. What happens is they get a promotion, and then they get shipped off to the next war front.
did you hook him, the big one?
I hope so.
Don't feel like much of a fighter.
I think the Star Wars galaxy would shit themselves if they came into contact with the Imperium of Man. The Imperium escort ships like a destroyer or dwarf the biggest Star Wars ship. Yep, the Imperium is just built different, man. You, sir, are a fish. And I may be a mass murderer at times, but at least I occasionally throw back a fish, and isn't that what's really important? Let's try corn. How do you feel about the Saber Interactive remaking Knights of the Old Republic? Oh, are they actually going to do that? Let's see. Hopefully they don't make it crap. Mandalore made a few videos about the continuity issues with the I bet he has.
I'm still a prisoner, Arthur. I can't step outside camp by myself for a second without being terrified of one of Combs' boys gonna come pick me up.
We're out of Combs territory right now. You should be okay.
Here all the time. They're gonna kill me in my sleep, like living in a nightmare.
Christ. If I'd known you were gonna moan this much, I'd have never have said yes to this.
Get frick, Karen. Star Wars Universe will get destroyed by the Green Lance. Okay, yeah, but you're pulling out comic book superheroes at that point. They're going to win pretty much everything. All right. No. Kieran, quit trying to simp for me. It ain't working. And this boy ain't fighting near hard enough to be legendary. He is fighting, though. I will give him that. I really wish Star Wars eventually gets a win so people stop treating it as a dead franchise and keep claiming it's better for a franchise to die and be forgotten. Yeah, I want it to rebound, but the problem is you need people who not only love the IP, but also are competent enough to handle the story in it. And the thing is, I think Star Wars still has potential, but I think what they got to do is they first got to tell people, admit, okay, we've gone in the wrong direction. We've got an... Oh, you're a big boy. I'm gonna keep you. But you got to be willing to go, okay, the sequel trilogy was clearly a mistake. We should have taken it in a different direction.
Much chance. We need better. Hey, you might want to see if the stores around here sell anything better. I think I'm gonna head back to camp, Arthur, if that's okay.
Sure. Go on. I'll see you later.
I just fondly remember the good old days about Star Wars. I do too. What's your favorite activity in this game? Mine's hunting and camping. I enjoy hunting and camping too, particularly when there's something I know I'm trying to create. I also enjoyed hunting for the sake of the game and online and making money that way. It was kind of interesting to be just an honest trader. But yeah, I feel like Arthur did kind of start to like Kieran. All of them, well, a lot of them did start to turn around and like Kieran, particularly some of the ladies, because he really is just in a bad situation. He's not that bad a guy, but he didn't deserve what happened to him. Yep. But that's the thing. But yeah, you see, Tempt, that's the problem. Disney does not like admitting it made mistakes. Even when they do come out and say, okay, we could have done things better, they dress it up in like this weird, vague language to try and avoid responsibility and just say, instead of just saying, we hired the wrong people, we took it in a direction people didn't want it to go. Hello, what happened? I heard someone. Oh, the voice is back! No, they're not. Okay. I thought I heard Tilly. 84 years and another update on the alleged Chamade scandalous incident situation. Sydney Sweeney gets caught flirting with Tom Holland by Zendaya. What? I don't know anything about this, and I'm not sure if I should care or not. The worst part is Disney never suffers a bad year long enough. I mean, when you got that much stuff going on and the parks keep churning out revenue the way they do, it is that which it is. Which is regrettable. Maybe one day they will finally come around and their shareholders will say, you idiots, start making good stuff again. But I really knew things were in the crapper when they said, we need to try and find and acquire a new IP to win back young boys. It was like, you had Star Wars and Marvel. What more did you want? Sydney basically tried to get Tom to cheat and fail. Oh. Well, okay then. Well, that's not good for her. But,
Stay away from me.
What do you want, Uncle?
But I got a tip.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of.
Oh, it's a goodie, I'm telling you.
It always is with you. Then we end up heading in a burning barn, getting shot.
but accurate.
Sad man indeed.
He just wanted to get some licorice from the general store.
Morning, Arthur. Could really use some good meat for this stew.
Oof. Have some ravens. Or crows, I should say.
Mr. Morgan. Many thanks, Mr. Morgan.
Yep. Sorry if my opinions are less popular. It's okay to have opinions that are outside the norm. I have those. We were all just poke. We can all just poke fun. Besides, you pick the clankers, and the clankers are they're fun to poke at, and it's part of the thing that makes them endearing. And also, it's going to be hard for a lot of us to support them when some of us still in the PS2 days have flashbacks of watch those wrist rockets. Yes, but Zendaya and Tom Holland's families are still allegedly getting away with forcing both of them to become real life couple, alongside that whole entire thing too. Oh, okay. Listen, everything I find out about Tom Holland and Zendaya is not of my own volition. I know that they're actors. I think Tom Holland's an okay actor. I think Zendaya has acted once, and then she gets typecasted as Zendaya.
Mr. Morgan,
What do you want?
do you think the Pinkertons are finally gonna kill us?
Me? No. You? Maybe.
Perhaps.
I'm so worried.
I can tell. I hope I could ale your suffering. Here's a way more formidable multimedia project. Yeah. That's what I think. The real gutting of the droids was what they did to the 2003 version of Grievous, because he was a monster that got turned into a joke. And while I don't mind the B1s being like little meme machines, I do take objection to why is your horse by my tent? I do take objection to making Grievous just a joke. I need to trim the old beard and get a hair's cut at some point. But anyway, we're going to change some clothes and mix it up a little bit. Coats, vests. Classic. Tempting. Wear the Wrangler vest. Hats. What do you mean fat? Okay, stolen hats. There. We'll go with the military officer's hat. Mix things up a little bit. And there we go. Now we're looking sharp. Republic Commando super battle droids are feared for a reason after all. Yeah, that is true. Me and Lark have an inside joke where we widely disagree on the Skyrim Civil War. Disagreement is fine, but jokes are awesome. Don't mind the static. Just guy talk. Yeah, there you go. I mean, and that's the thing. And actually, one thing I was considering looking back at the Skyrim Civil War and talking about if I were to take over the Stormcloaks, like I just didn't have a choice. Like, how would I try and form them into a country that could potentially actually not only hold up to the Aldmeri Dominion, but potentially expand out even further? Because after thinking about it, there could be a way. Ulfric and some of the boys may not like all my suggestions, but I think you could potentially make something out of it. But that's a story for another time. Yeah. Hey there, little brother. Looking for the rehearsal of toilet paper? No thanks. Oh, let's see what N.A. has. What up?
Kid.
You got a lot on?
Just hunting for all this hillbilly gold that Dutch and Hosea seem to think is.
They're not really in the hills to be hillbillies.
Why?
I got something. Could be good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was in Rhodes talking to some of the colored folk. They said there's a gang of fools holed up in the swamps east of here who think they war ain't never ended.
The Civil War?
Yeah, apparently it's still raging in these fools' minds 30 years later.
Okay.
That ain't my point. These ignorant fools are weapon dealers. and in their dealings sometimes sit on a decent pile of cash. Yeah, been selling weapons to Cuba and South America for years. Anyway, the old boy I was talking to reckoned there might be a bunch of cash just sitting around. And failing that, maybe a nice stash of weapons.
Just a bunch of crazies, Gardner?
Exactly.
Well, worth taking a look at least, isn't it?
That was my thinking. Said it was at some place called Shady Bear, deep in the woods.
Okay.
And this is why we trust Lenny and not Uncle. Hey, Lark, which character is your favorite in Red Dead Redemption 2? Probably Hosea, honestly. I love Arthur, don't get me wrong, but he's kind of like the player character, so I'm naturally going to be endeared to him. But I like Hosea. I feel like... Who's your least favorite Jedi and Sith? Mine is Anakin Skywalker before his fall and Dooku. Probably like Pong Krell. I never really liked him because for, well, obvious reasons. Least favorite Sith?
Come on, it's this way.
Not Darth Crate, what's his name? The one, I forget his name off the top of my head. I think it's Bane, but like the one that instituted the rule of two. I feel like he's overhyped.
I might have met these crazies before.
Uncle's the strongest gunslinger before that Lambaga. They call him the one-shot kid. Don't slander the goat.
Yes, but no,
I don't know.
I
don't know who's called the one-shot kid, but was it for a revolver? Just saying.
Me and Sadie, we were
Hey, welcome back, gamer. Yeah, Darth Bane. I never really got into the rule of two. I kind of, like, when I played the Old Republic RPG, I fell in love with the idea of the Sith Empire with a bunch of Sith scheming and conniving against each other. I thought that was fun. I enjoyed that more, and now it's just the rule of two, except when we don't follow it.
in this state. We haven't come far.
It seems like it is.
Uncle came from Red Dead Revolver. Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe he's Red Harlow.
All respect.
Because Red Harlow's really cool. Even like the guy that played Arthur, he refused that theory because he's like, that's sad then, because Red Harlow was a badass, and if that's what he turns into, nah. Have you read Red Harvest? I don't believe so, because I know of a couple properties that are called Red Harvest.
Decent folks. Some places down here, they judge different.
Well,
Well, you're in the well, it's not Reconstruction South anymore, but you are in the South during segregation. It ain't gonna be good for you, Lenny. Watch Red Harlow be the protagonist of Red Dead 3. That would be a bold choice. If they do make a Red Dead 3, I imagine they'll probably want to start it from scratch, though they might call it something different than Red Dead Redemption just to separate the two. It's old really quick about the zombies brought to life by the Sith alchemy. Oh, I've heard of it. I haven't. I didn't know that's what it was called. I've heard of it. I have not had the chance to read it. Either Lenny, Hosea, or Maggie. Huh, those are good choices. I like Lenny too, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of sad that we lost Hosea and Lenny like so close to each other. But we'll see that. Red Dead 3 is confirmed and playable character is Jack. I don't think that's a good idea. Having Jack as like the final playable character in Red Dead 1 made good sense, but we really didn't have that strong a connection. And also, by the time like we're going to be running around as Jack, his story's pretty much done. I'm and the days of the Wild West are practically gone, so I don't know why they would do that. I think it would make more sense to go back in time. I wish we got Red Dead Revolver 2. Red Harlow was cool. Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Civil War weaponry. Where are the wrecked old Civil War holdouts?
See that church up ahead? They're supposed to use it as an outpost. Heard they got men going between
Charles and Javier are my favorite. Yeah, I like both of them too.
Okay.
Charles will stand by it through thick and thin, and Javier, I think Javier's betrayal hit the most because he was a good guy. I missed Undead Nightmare. Yeah, not having an Undead Nightmare was a huge missed opportunity for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, I don't care to. Hold those reins in. Let's just take a look around the place.
I hear you.
Do you, Lenny?
It doesn't look like anyone's here.
We don't know that for sure. Let's have us a nosy.
Hear that? Someone's on the track.
Let me make a doodle real quick. Also, would it be like 1920? It might as well be a gangster and mob kind of at that point. Yeah, at that point, you're getting into, like, mafia territory almost.
Where he's going. You're on me now.
Right behind you.
Let's keep our distance. Just two fellers out on the road.
Those crates in the back. They look like explosives to you?
Well, they're painted red, and this is a video game, so yes.
Worth the follow.
What's your guilty pleasure anime? Oh, gosh. There's a couple. Food Wars for one, because I really like the cooking aspect, but the fan service is a bit much.
Between the trees.
Might be it.
Are
Might be.
there any others that I might consider guilty pleasures? Gosh, what's it called?
Big plantation house.
I'd say Apothecary Diaries, but that's actually kind of mainstream now.
Leave our mounts up there.
And Life is Tough for a Mobs in Another World. It's a cheesy isekai thing, but it's funny, and so I'm willing to put up with it.
Come on.
Jack isn't a bobbity boobity enough to be a bootlegger. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I don't need two sniper rifles. We will go with this. That ought to do it.
We can get a view on them from that wall up there. Bring your sighted rifle, okay?
I got your rolling block rifle coming out. Like High School DxD fan service. I wouldn't call it that bad. And at least, like, High School DxD was very much shameful. It had no shame going into itself. At least with Food Wars, they could, like, could be tongue in cheek and had fun with it.
You see anything?
Yes.
Like, for example, like, they'll oftentimes have, like, the fan service go, and then they'll have, like, a big muscular dude let's like, jump in. It's like, aha, we caught you watching. It's,
Militia. We got men everywhere. Off near the porch. I know dynamite crates when I see them.
also, is my guilty pleasure anime. It's lewd, but characters are so very likable, and not just due to the personality, but the actual character. Yeah, and it's those situations where you're just like, did you really have to throw in the fan service? I would almost like it more.
Just draw them into one spot, then I'll start shooting.
Well, that might be the dumbest idea I've ever heard. But hey, I'm always up for a performance.
That's my boy.
So, what do we do?
I'm gonna shoot the dynamite.
Hit them head on. You save your play acting for Jose and the girls.
Fine by me. Waiting on you.
And kaboom. Ah, they like it, Lark. Ooh, nice. I couldn't get into One Punch Man or Reincarnated as a Slime. One Punch Man I very much enjoyed. Reincarnated as a Slime is... there's no challenge. There's no... I'm trying to think of the right word for it. There's no stakes, because we know exactly what's going to happen. He's going to stop whatever's going on, and we're going to see some more waifus pop out of it. You shall not hurt my favorite Lenny! Any thoughts on the Fallout 4 anniversary update? I have not heard good things. Because what I heard about the anniversary update was that they released some stuff on the Creation Club, but it's like $20, and oh, excuse you? Who do you think you'll fight? Let me thin him out a bit more. And also let me get my... we'll have to come back for the hat. Yeah.
Up there on the bridge! He's going for the Gatling! Look out, he's firing! Tear that gun and shoot!
Yeah, if they're this well armed, they might have done better in the war.
I'll take the shot.
I didn't see the dynamite. I'll answer more questions in a second. I gotta focus on thinning me out some militia. You are not good enough to be in my militia. Poke your head out. See what happens. Ha 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 ha! Got you. Come on, poke your head out. I just wants to say hello. I only have one high velocity. I bet I might switch it up. Sorry, Reb.
Quick! Any men in the area would have heard that. They might be on the way. Now let's grab something and get out.
Sounds like a plan.
Why don't we just grab the Gatling gun? That'd be useful.
These fellas dealing arms. There might be guns in these wagons.
Alright, let's see. Basically, any mod release or DLCs are disabled. Yeah, the mods got screwed up with the update, which is why a lot of people are unhappy, because like we have to pay for mods now that don't work, and the mods we already had now can't work, and they have to be updated, which could take who knows how long depending on the developer. So it's not exactly well loved. You search. I thought you said take it. Let's see.
I think we should search the crates, officer.
I'm working on it, okay? Oh, hello.
This is full of new rifles.
Bolt action crate. I'm thinking it's like Krag rifles.
Sure can. Check the rest later. Now, come on. Let's go.
Wish I could loot more of the corpses.
Get this back to camp. Yep.
Honestly, I'm baffled yet not surprised Bethesda managed to nuke the modding community. You know, the biggest game. What's really funny is recently they just expressed how grateful they were to the modding community for always having their back, and then they do something that winds up hurting the mod community. I know most of the time my cognitive processing chip needs maintenance. Well, hey, if you gotta go get some maintenance, no one's gonna judge you. Happens to the best of us.
Hey, riders, coming our way.
Okay. Keep a cool head.
What's the black feller doing coming out of Shady Bell? In one of our wagons?
We was doing some business with your brothers back there.
We killed them all.
You don't look like any kind of folk we deal with.
Yeah, that's why you don't do negotiations.
Our business was conducted to the satisfaction of all parties. Until now, that is.
Nope. No. Something don't feel right about this. Not him and not you.
Oh, shut up. And what did we learn, buddy? What did we learn?
Yep. Leonard.
I'm looking, all right? I can't see anyone chasing us.
I should think we're out of the woods then, so to speak.
There's the thing. If you know we managed to roll out of your camp that is heavily armed with your goods, you should know we had to fan out some bodies. You ain't making it out alive.
Been bringing in quite a lot.
You are not Ken. What a line.
It's good to have
Sad Roger. I'm definitely waiting after Elder Scrolls 6 came out. Bethesda has lost my trust a while ago. Yeah, Starfield kind of killed it for me, not gonna lie. Because before Starfield came out, I was like, yeah, no, Bethesda can still do it. They can still cook. Then Starfield came out, I was like, oh, no, they can't.
But
But nothing. Me and Dutch, and everyone who counts.
So Uncle excluded.
This gang. We notice. Keep it up. You're gonna start seeing things change for you.
okay then. Okay. Thank you, Arthur.
Yeah.
Well, he's a good fella. Lark, have you and Raven heard about Dispatch? I heard it's a pretty good Telltale good. No. Oh, Dispatch. I have only, like, I saw it when I was on Steam, didn't really pay it any attention, but I've seen a lot of memes about it, how there are certain people on the internet sort of getting, sort of looking at the fact that apparently there's a love triangle you could potentially have between two female heroes, and, like, how people are like, are they taking, like, a Japanese anime trope and putting it into Western stuff, and is that working? And I'm like, no, they used to be in the West too. You just guys have been so focused on lesbians and stuff that actually having two female characters interested in a guy is now surprising. Garfield was bad. Oblivion remake was cool up until the body type B stuff. Yeah, that was annoying. I still love the remake though, but yeah, that was annoying. And honestly, the remake was a step in the right direction. That's why, and we were all thinking, oh, they're going to release like announce Fallout 3 remastered, and no, they didn't. Instead, they're like, hey, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, which is really just stuff we'd use to break the game. But on the bright side, I got a bolt-action rifle. Olivia's best girl, Mama K, but with magic as peak. Are you implying I should buy this game? Is that what I'm hearing? Do I need to just go ahead and like just pony up the dough and just play it? Is that what I'm hearing? Morrowind remaster would be epic. Yeah, but that's gonna be hard because if you're gonna remaster Morrowind, you're gonna have to like rebuild the whole game, like keep the plot line and everything fine, but that means you're gonna have to hire some voice actors, rebuild the whole engine. It's gonna be not that it wouldn't be a worthwhile endeavor. It 100% would be. I would love it. Hey, Kieran, how you doing, buddy? But are they willing to do it? Yep, there is a love triangle. You get to choose who the protagonist gets with. Yep, that shouldn't be as a surprising thing, but yeah, Invis is the best in my opinion. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I will look into Dispatch a little bit more. Bad news, you can't romance Melanie in it. Granted, Invisigirl is a certified baddie. Aha. How you doing, Charles?
We're stuck in the ship now, Mr. Morgan. In the ship. Drowning in mud.
You never have anything nice to say, Reverend Swanson.
You have quite a way with words.
Words are the very least of my problems. The very least.
I'm sure.
How does he function? Lark, I'm so sorry, but Melvie is not an option right now. She's still best girl. She's not an option? Why would you do this to me? If she really is best girl, why can't... What? Are you implying that there's DLC that will make her an option eventually? She's like Carl, like, ah. Happy somebody got the B positive reference. That's a bit of a bloody joke, don't you think? Hey there, Molly.
Good evening, Arthur.
How you doing?
How are you doing, Molly?
Fine. Fed up of moving all the time.
We've moved twice.
That's the way it is.
Are you
Oh.
okay?
Sorry, Jack. You okay? Don't go too close to the water here, Jack.
I won't, Uncle Arthur.
Good boy.
Might get bit by a gator. O positive. Oh, my heavens. I'm actually O positive myself. Sorry, Dutch, can't hear you over the fact I don't care. Alright, we're gonna get some shut-eye for a second. I'd finally be in home in Morrowind Remaster. Nobody would be mad at me for properly addressing the tank farm tools. Now, I have a buddy who's an Elder Scrolls nut, and he would... I don't want to think about like the inhuman crimes he would commit for a Morrowind remaster, because he would be 100% all over that. Because like he wants to make a D&D campaign based off of Morrowind and Black Marsh. Jacksepticeye is the voice actor of one of the characters. He is funny. Well, Jacksepticeye is funny, so yeah. Now, Inwa, I forget how it's pronounced. Good morning, buddy. Fine, Dutch. What is it?
Well, now, you sweating yet, Dutch?
Of course I'm sweating. We're in some disease-ridden, swampy, Dixie-whistling shithole.
I meant about what Trelawney said about these bounty
Well,
hunters.
not sweating as such, but maybe a little gentle perspiration.
Black Marsh? You mean the farm tool market? Yes, that very one. That was actually one of the focal points about what the D&D campaign is supposed to be, because it's supposed to focus around a place called Portney and Zaru, where you have a dark elf colony essentially in Black Marsh that's basically used as the slave trading hub, and basically there's like a lot of house politicking that goes into, like, you know, the hiring of the Morag Tong to try and get one clan displaced over another. So, yeah, we're still ironing out details, because originally it was supposed to be like Tomb of Annihilation, but it changed. But we realized it needed to sort of break free of that and be its own thing. Have you ever played Dead Space? I almost beat the remake. I know of Dead Space. I have never played it. I know, like, Isaac Clarke's the main character, but that's it. That and the necromorphs do some crazy stuff. I need to become part of this D&D, not to really play, just to bully the farm tools. If you did that, my buddy would 100% let you stay at the D&D table. Because let me tell you, it's kind of sad. My last D&D character, we had a TPK last time. We had a Wood Elf Ranger, and I was playing a High Elf Evocation Wizard. And it was fun, because since we were both elves, we just walked around being racist to everyone who wasn't elven. Like, we would just turn to each other and, like, speak in elf just to insult people. It was fun. So, Loth worshippers, or do they follow Mephalia? We'll see. End of the month, Honor Brother, we can finally burn the enemies of the Imperium. Indeed.
Between us and that mess now.
Of course the spirits are better, because I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray, hooray. Wait, what's the farmer's hat?
Well, Pinkerton's for a while. There's these bounty hunters, of course, but
We'll keep it.
don't seem too worried about it.
Yes, because Dutch's judgments are always correct.
Get away with the money. Yeah, but they don't know that. Of course. Trelawney. I've only met him a couple times, but
He's a dandy.
he's a strange one.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Fear not. He's just a cockroach in fancy breeches. But he gets into nooks and crannies the rest of us can't.
Hence the cockroach. And after, well, take care, Rain.
Whoa!
Oh, Trelawney! Come on out, friend.
Here first. So it seems.
Gosh dang it, we have to...
Things, it wasn't a social call. Check the house.
You call this a house?
This food's barely touched. Looks like he left in a hurry.
Maybe he's just a messy fella.
Bed's not made, so he must have been here recently.
Unless, of course, he's just a messy fella. But then again, this is Trelawney.
There's some blood here. That ain't good.
Obviously, he caught himself while shaving. What'd you find, old boy? Playing Minecraft while I wait for the Fallout mess to blow over. Fair enough. I was actually doing a Fallout campaign, like, and then, well, yeah.
But no body? Not yet.
Time to go, boy.
What? They on the path here. How's your tracking these days?
Yeah, I'd have to rely on the GPS, not gonna lie.
Lead the way then. Not the kind of place I'd expect to see.
Sorry, what's going on with Fallout? Bethesda just released Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition because it's been 10 years since it was released. And as a part of it, they released an update to the game, which didn't fix any of the bugs people complained about. It also released paid mods, which don't work right now. And basically it ruined everybody's mod lists because now the mods don't work with the game. And thus, a lot of people are really irritated about it. How will he keep the doctors away now? He's got to pay me to keep the doctors away, that's how. Oh, did I go the wrong way? I went the wrong way. Turn around, come on. What? Get back to Charles. Get back to Charles. I said get back to Charles! I call it Bethesda does not rhymes with grug. That it does. Aha! What havest we here? Howdy there, pilgrim.
Excuse me. Yeah. Have you seen him? We're looking for our friend.
Name's Gavin.
I don't think he's here.
You seen a strange sort of feller? Sort of formal?
Commonwealth Geck is dead? I suppose it is.
So it is.
Hmm?
No, just stepping in and grab some.
He uses a cane.
How we doing?
Doing alright.
Good.
All right, you two. Better get out of here. Come here.
Alright, that's it. Nice knee. Oh, you want to try again, do ya?
Who do you think you are?
Yeah, you thought you were going to take Charles?
You stay there.
Let me chat with him, old friend. Hey there, Kingston.
Where is Trelawney? I don't know anything.
Well, then you won't mind me beating you.
Tell me where he is. You go to hell.
Okay.
Better tell me now, you son of a bitch. Okay, for Christ's sake. They took him to a cabin over by the cornfields.
Yeah, the cornfields. Good thing there's only a few of those down here.
There by Braithwaite Manor.
Okay, that's better.
Let me see you again. You hear me?
Hearing is fine. I just don't want to see you. Oh, hold on. I gotta loot him. Ah, yes, the Batman style of questioning. Hey, if it's a 22, but this man was doing well.
Come on, let's go.
Said he was by the cornfield near Braithwaite Manor. Hey, Raven, looking forward to the Soul Force story. I'll tell Raven you said that. This is Lark, his wee little brother, talking. I call it looting rhymes with grug. It does, though, doesn't it? Yeah, if we don't come across the children of the corn. Yeah, but that's okay. I have satisfied the god at corn. Blood for the blood god. Milk for the cornflakes. Any advice, how would you go by fixing a friendship? Depends on how the friendship broke apart. Because if it's just like you sort of drifted apart, reconnecting is as simple as like calling up and say, hey man, you want to meet up and do some stuff? But if it's like, hey, it fell out over like a disagreement or something, that might take a more tender and delicate approach. And it's going to have to depend on the specifics, and also going to have to depend on the manner of the person. Because some people aren't going to be willing to come to terms and like try and bury the hatchet. And other times, for other people, it may just take some time. Blood for Super, skulls for democracy. You're this close, buddy, but okay.
Nothing's ever straightforward where Trelawney's involved.
Trelawney? Straight? Surely you jest.
How much time have we wasted getting this fool out of trouble?
But hey, unlike Uncle Trelawney gives us good intel.
Lucky and unlucky at
Hey, Lark, you are awesome, cool. Aw, thank you. Everyone knows Tony the Tiger is the one true serial god. Captain Crunch would like to disagree with you. I'd say like to, but we all know his cereal cuts the roof of your mouth.
Tower. Keeping fish on the line.
Bounty hunter, buy the cornfield. My brother in Christ, we're in the southern United States. There are cornfields every 30 yards down here. Can you imagine if we were like in Iowa or Nebraska? It's like, let's buy the cornfield. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? Legend says that Corn constantly wrestles with orange tigers over the domain of the cereal. Well, Tony the Tiger creates corn flakes. So that comes first. Did Corn create Tony, or did Tony create Corn? Count Chocula might have something to say about that. Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Booberry. Fred Flintstone has entered the chat. He used to peddle cigarettes too, so he's got his hands in a bit of everything.
Let's get you out of here.
Also, Ohio's pretty big cornfield. Yep.
This will be remembered like a good time.
Put the man down, gentlemen. After a lot of them?
I think so.
So you're alive.
Allegedly.
Don't worry. Won't be for much longer.
Look, go get them out.
Everyone knows Chuck Norris created Corn. There we go. Do I want him alive, or can I just shoot him? We're more cousins. I see him.
We need to flush them out. Look at the bird. Go that way.
Look at the bright side. We're fertilizing the field. Man, these guys are loaded. Let's try this new bolt action.
We need to find these bastards.
Aha!
We got one more, Charles.
Well, well, well. I wasn't paying attention to no birds, Chuck. Whatever did happen to his nephews, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. At least I improved my stamina working out like this. Not bad for a guy who's about to die of tuberculosis. Oh, you find somebody?
Hey, I see something on the ground over here. He's dumped his gear. Look around. He can't have gone far.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'll let you loot this one. It's only fair. If we knew the way of Mr. Krabs' nephew. Mr. Krabs. I'm going in. Whenever I think of Toucan Sam, one of my first thoughts is the scene from Gravity Falls where someone is trapped in a bowl of cereal on the box art. I always think about how Toucan Sam's a filthy liar and that all the Fruit Loops actually taste the same. I got my little yin-yang revolver thing going on. Aha! Oh, he's not here. I thought he was supposed to be in here. Did I get the wrong location?
Keep pushing. He's around here somewhere.
Okay, okay. Oh, ah! Charles, if you would please.
Let me take him. Get out of here.
You have my friend.
He's not your friend. I'll give you money.
Good shot, Charles.
Come on. You should have taken the money.
I know. I'm a fool.
Shit. Thank you.
Appreciate that. You did a solid for me.
Yeah. Fine.
I'll make sure you... I knew there was another one.
Gunshots are coming from that
How many bounty hunters we got here?
God damn you! There he is! Take him out!
Why did you... no, I wanted to get there. There we are.
Good. You should be the last of them.
That's what we thought previously.
All right, let's go back for Trelawney.
Cocoa Puffs Bird would like a word about that. The Cocoa Puffs Bird is cuckoo. I can't believe you'd take anything he would say seriously.
Come on.
Oh, Snap Crackle Pop, allow us to introduce ourselves. Most people don't eat Rice Krispie for cereal. They take it and they make Rice Krispie treats.
Find out.
Seems like we can't catch a break now, Arthur.
Our luck's held this long. We got out of worse scrapes than this one.
Rare rolling block rifle.
Sure.
What makes it rare?
Government agents and bounty hunters to us.
I hope you're right.
Let's get a look at this. A rare rolling block rifle made of light wood and black and steel adorned with carvings previously belonged to a bounty hunter after Josiah Trelawney. Yeah. And found in a barn near Braithwaite Manor. The gun is a single-shot weapon and can use regular high-velocity split-point. Yes. All right, so it's just a fancy-looking one, but still. I'll take it. Yep. Yep. Good rifle.
I thought you wanted to get out of here.
I mean, I do. It's just I was admiring the new gun I stole. I just got to... Hold on. I want to see how this hat looks. Yeah.
Hope that hat don't have lice.
You gotta ruin it. I like the hat. Shame it's will disappear on me. Just got the Chapter 3 first playthrough dope game. Yes, it is. What exactly did long sniper scopes go after World War II? Where did they go? They kind of got replaced by better scopes. Because when you can make a scope smaller and not as heavy, you go for that. Also, we gotta acknowledge that we are in fact old. Pretty big oof on all of us. Yep. I can't help if I'm up there in the years.
You okay?
Never finer.
So, who was they?
They were bounty hunters.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch squares are too busy warring against each other to worry about other mascots. Yeah, that was always a weird sales pitch I remember as a kid. Just like, hey, what should we do to convince kids to love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? I want you to convince them that they're cannibals. What? Just they're cannibals. And then before that is, it's like, why do kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? It's because there's cinnamon swirls in every bite. I wanted so badly just for them to go, why do kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Well, according to the lab, they're laced with cocaine. No, it's because they're cinnamon. No, the forensics, the forensics have come back. You're addicted to cocaine. You know, Cinnamon Toast Crunch reminds me how Corn Pops did that ad campaign. It was basically cereal themed horror shows. Oh yeah, where like the upside down mouth comes out.
More and more civilization.
What about the last 5 minutes with Civilization?
Country of the West, or what's left of it. But even that ain't the way I remember it.
Just go to Wyoming. All right. Glad I might have to get me a hair's cut soon. This is getting a little unacceptable. Montana would work too. Montana, Idaho, Wyoming. Not too heavily populated. Still get that free. Oh, hold on, we got something going on over here. Hey! Confederate veteran here.
Hey, mister. Will you give me some money?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Thank you. Say, where you from?
Around.
Ain't from right here. If that was you, I'd leave. This town lost its goddamn soul a long time ago. Nothing but nasty, miserable people.
Yeah?
Yeah, ever since them Grays moved here, you bunch of no-good white trash.
Grays are new blood, huh?
About 50 years ago, they moved here, caused a whole heap of trouble. Yeah, I reckon they was Reckon it was Yankee spies during the war and everything.
That's so.
Yeah, sure.
Yankees, you call them? Based on their accents, I don't think they're... Well, he said Yankee spies, so what I'm hearing is they're scallywags. That's wild. Trix Rabbit is currently suing the kids for constantly stealing. Yeah, that was the thing that was always messed up as kids. Like, at one point I remember he, like, went to a grocery store and actually, like, bought the cereal. And they're like, you can't have it. Tricks are for kids. Oh, hold on, what's this?
No, please don't go, please don't go.
What the living heck? You guys are about to see something wild here.
Why are you dressed up like that? I've seen some sick perversions in my time. This one might take the prize.
No, wait, please. You gotta help me. He's
Mm-hmm.
gunsmith. He made me dress up like this. He's got me chained to the goddamn front.
Aha! Well, let's go have a talk with him, shall we? I am, after all, deputized as a sheriff, or as a sheriff's deputy, so... Well.
Whoa now. That's a fool
I
to
want to see what's in that basement of yours. Show me. Right now.
Nothing to no worse down there, I swear.
Why don't I be the judge of that?
Don't give me a reason. I already have a good one.
I ain't got nothing to hide. Got my boy sleeping down there. Such a shame. You know, you can always come back after he wakes up.
How about I put a bullet in you, and then I'll check on him?
You should stay away from me.
You know what I tell you about talking to your pa that way?
Oh, thank God.
Don't shoot me, please. Just leave us be.
This is for your own good.
Get these shackles off me, please.
Where are the shackles?
What are you waiting for, please?
Do I have to shoot him off, or is there a way to just... Okay, so I need to shoot him off.
Oh, thank you. That sick son of a bitch kidnapped me, made me pretend to be his son. I owe you for this, mister.
Alright. Thanks, buddy. Where the gunsmith I buy guns from in Red Dead, I never knew he was this... The sad thing is... Let me show you what's going on with this. Pull it up. Son's drawing. So yeah, what happened is, from what I understand, his son died or something happened to him. He couldn't cope with that, and so he went out, he kidnapped this kid and basically forced him to be locked in here to force him to be his son. Which, I feel for him, but yeah, no, I'm putting you down for this. I think he'd actually come back too. Let's see what he has in here. Lancaster repeater. Not bad. Long arm. Oh shit, Lancaster repeater. Yeah, it's just a Lancaster repeater. Alright. Well, never a bad one. Let's see, what do you have here? Coin purse? Yeah, he's not going to need that anymore. If he's with his son now. May the good Lord forgive him. Yeah, he's still messed up. It wasn't of a sexual nature. It was just of a... He wasn't mentally well. Well, I got paid out of it. Sign me up. Yep, if we get to I get to be a good guy and rob the register. All in all, a successful Tuesday. But I still got to upgrade some of my weapons. So, first, gonna take that. Oh, come on! I did nothing wrong there. You really gonna look at what that man did and say, I'm the bad guy for taking from his shop? I gotta make a trip up to Valentine now. Come on, Dante. Yep. Oh, we got some stranger stuff going on. Let's see what we have going on. Alright, who's the stranger? Ah.
What you want? You okay?
Oh, this guy.
Do I look okay? No.
Yeah.
You look awful. Awful. Look at me.
I don't want to.
I wasn't born to this. I didn't deserve this.
Uh-huh.
I used to be gentle. Jeremiah Compson stead. Good for you. If that's anything to boast about. They took everything from me.
Sure they did.
They. What did they take?
Looks like he's on meth. No, he's just an alcoholic.
Way of living a career. I stole a lot of things, but that's quite a lot to steal. Look at me here, living in the shit and the mud. I'm sorry.
Alright, didn't need to see that, buddy. Is it weird? Am I weird for being compassionate in video games? Feel like I'm like, nah.
My old house.
Nothing wrong with being compassionate.
House my grandfather built. All dilapidated and destroyed. Repossessed by the bank. I'm sorry to hear that. I was supposed to live a different life.
Yeah.
Me too. If only I could get my old things back. Personal mementos. Watch. Old pistol. My ledger. Where's this house again? Compson Stead. North of Scarlet Meadows. Bank says I can't go near it. I'm living rough over by Harris Field. Well, if I'm ever out that way, I'll see what I can do.
States right to do. Wait, what's going on in chat? I just blinked. I don't really remember the last time I did any states right to do. Stay right to do what? That'll become a relevant thing in a second. Oh, don't jump the gun there, B1. Well, have fun with your little didgeridoo there, champ. I have every tune for Baldur's Gate 3 except for the evil ones. Yeah, I feel ya. I have a hard time forcing myself to go evil because then Karlak gets upset with me. And I don't like making Karlak upset. Okay, how about you? Maybe you'll have some cheerier news. Wait a minute, I think I know you.
You okay there, mister?
You need me to move?
Move.
Am I sitting in the wrong place?
Excuse me?
No, I didn't mean any offense, sir. Please.
I don't get your meaning.
I'm very sorry, sir. You have yourself a fine day, and I apologize for any offense I may have inadvertently caused.
What are you drinking, mister?
Nothing, sir. Nothing at all.
Why are you acting so strange?
I don't mean to. I'm sorry for any offense.
How could you?
I think he's the doctor.
Me?
I have no idea. But I had no idea how I offended the last fellas. And they stole my wagon on account of my impudence.
Stole your wagon for back check?
They didn't like my medical practice, I suppose. I was helping folk.
That wasn't popular?
I was undercutting the competition.
Yep, that'll do it.
I was too colored.
Speaking of D&D, disappeared on me. Speaking of D&D, have you ever seen the pointy hat vid on furries and how there are so many? It's been in my recommended feed. I have not seen the full video because I'm scared. I'm scared of what I'll find because I know he's right that there are. Who'd have thunk Tabaxi were before ASMR and Tieflings? Yeah, I could have guessed that.
I felt I got off lightly.
Imaginative bunch.
Yes, but no great love for my medical practice. Too free with my wisdom and services.
Which way they go?
Down the road, that away.
Stay here.
I'm sort of forced to. Please, don't go to any trouble on my account.
Please, I'm going to loot their corpses. This will be fun for both of us. You have a right to be scared, trust me. Stays right to do, I just want to know what the Confederates wanted those rights. They don't mention, I just want to know. Basically the right of self-determination. If you want to go on that topic, like, yes, slavery obviously is the big one. But the thing is, they wanted to be able to have the right to run things of their own affairs. Now, I'm not saying what they were doing was right, But I am going to say, if you look at it from their perspective, they had their own way of society, their own way they ran things, and they noticed in the 1860 election that they had basically lost control of the federal government. They were only going to lose more because slavery was restricted; it couldn't grow anymore, which means they weren't going to be able to keep a balance in the Senate. The population was something they could never keep up with, and so eventually they were going to lose control of both houses. And so the way they thought they wanted to leave then and have they wanted to separate so they could preserve their way of life and let the Union do its own thing. And believe it or not, there was actually a legal argumentation for secession. In fact, there were some Northern Democrats, I forget what the name of his name, but he was a huge abolitionist. But he was like, no, Lincoln, you have to let them go because they have every right to leave. It wasn't until the shots were fired at Fort Sumter did he go, okay, now you can go in and kick their butts. Because secession was because the idea was like, hey, can you leave the United States at this time? Because I think someone put it best, like the Civil War was about a singular word. Are we going to be the United States or these United States? And so and you could argue that's what the fight about. Now, of course, slavery is involved in that because that's the keystone issue that it all goes back to. But the issue of well, states' rights. Well, it's like states' rights in terms of self-determination, to be able to choose what you want to do. And they wanted to choose to be slave states, and they realized that was slowly going to go away. And there was a bunch of other factors that had to go into it, but yeah. Yeah, Chucklefucks. South Carolina were completely hypocritical, given that the whole Fugitive Slave Act. Yeah. And that's the thing. That was part of the Compromise of 1850. They weren't. Nobody was happy with the Compromise of 1850. Because what they were really trying to fix, because the Compromise of 1850 came about because when we got California into the Union, it was ready to come up to be a state. And so, here's the thing. You had the Missouri Compromise line. Now, by the Missouri Compromise line, half of California should have become a slave state and the other half should have become a free state. However, California did not want to become a slave state. They wanted to become a free... Oh, hold on.
Last warning. Go.
Hold on. I have a retort. See, shotgun.
Where's the damn wagon?
I was discussing U.S. history until you guys started a shooting. Of course, I shot first, but we don't have to talk about that. All right.
If you done, boys.
Then there was Bleeding Kansas. There's my revolver. Yeah, and that's the thing that gets involved. Like that's where things go wild. So, yeah, California that didn't want to come in as a slave state, and so the slave states were kind of like, whoa. We only agreed we agreed to the Missouri Compromise line. Why aren't you going to follow through with that? And they're like, well, they don't want to go in. And here's the thing. California had threatened, if you don't let us all come in as a free state, as the whole state, then we will just defect and go to Britain. And Britain definitely would have taken them up on that offer. So they're like, ah, crap, what do we do? And so they basically decided, okay, well, certain areas can choose whether or not they want to be free or slave, and we'll let the Fugitive Slave Act be a thing. Now, the South was not happy with this. The North wasn't happy with it either. But it allowed California to come in. And that's when Kansas got involved, because Kansas was coming in, and so was Nebraska. Now, everybody and their brother knew Nebraska was going to be a free state. But the southern states assumed, well, if one's going to come in as a free state, only natural that one should come in as a slave state. And then there became a whole thing. Everybody and their brother from free and slave states were trying to move there to influence it. Both sides were harassing each other. Had some pro-slavery gangs that ran around causing problems, and then some pro-free gangs that went around causing problems. And then along came John Brown and his boys. Now, John Brown, poor fella, he could very seldom get anything right. But he escalated the situation. Granted, he was provoked, but he was, if I recall correctly, he was one of the first people to draw. I need you guys to not run into a wall, please. That would be greatly appreciated. But John Brown, never do a three-point turn with a carriage. Yeah. Well, Harper's Ferry comes later, but he starts actually killing people in Bleeding Kansas, which is where we start getting it in Bleeding Kansas, which causes pro-slave gangs to start firing back themselves, start shooting back themselves. So people are dying. Not a good look. Now, here's the thing here's where things get crazy. Fast forward as we're getting closer to the election of 1860. Tensions are rising, and your boy John Brown is not. Time to get the shotgun solution.
Just leave it alone, won't you? What the hell do you want with this thing?
Yeah, they don't even know what they want. That's the sad part. But John Brown is not content with the way things are going, and he believes the only way that slavery will be gotten rid of in the United States is if it's through bloodshed. And he hopes that he can fuel an insurrection that will only spill a little bit of blood. And so he goes and tries to raid Harper's Ferry, and just everything that can go wrong does go wrong. Robert E. Lee and the Marines show up and arrest him and his boys. He is found guilty of trying to lead a servile insurrection and basically considered a traitor, and he is hung by the neck until dead. Now here's where things get crazy. From the Southern perspective, he was basically a terrorist, because literally he was trying to cause a rebellion and have them killed. And they were worried that what happened in Haiti was going to happen to them. So they basically viewed him the same way that people of my generation would view Osama bin Laden. And the North kind of saw it in a similar fashion for a bit, because they looked at it and they said, well, John Brown may not have been, John Brown may have had some good ideas, but he went way too far. Until one guy in New England said, no, he's not a terrorist, he's a martyr. And that's when you got the song John Brown's Body Lies A-Moldering in the Grave, and this song took off, it became popular. Now, from the Southern perspective, that was horrifying, because again, they viewed this guy the same way that my generation views Osama bin Laden. So the fact that they're just like, the South suddenly went, holy crap, they want us dead. They don't just want to take away our livelihoods, they actually want us to die. And so the fire eaters, which were very heavy pro-secessionists, started to use that and say, look how much they actively hate us. We gotta leave, and we gotta leave now. And so that did not calm tensions whatsoever. So yeah, the whole build up to the Civil War is just a sad affair. Sir, I'm going to run you over because you won't make up your mind. But yeah, it's a whole sad affair. And even John Brown kind of realized the error he made at the end. And he famously said, because they said, what are your last words? And he said, I had hoped that I could get rid of slavery through a little bit of blood. I now realize it will take gallons of it, as he basically predicted the Civil War. And one of the few times in his life he got a prediction accurate. Sad situation, to be sure.
Look who it is. I did not count on seeing that wagon again. Nor you, for that matter.
Only people you won't be seeing are the folks who took it.
Have you seen the blue and the gray? No, I have not.
Bullying clodhoppers in these parts.
Could be worse. You could have Austin Powers in the carriage. Ooh. Confederate States. Check, please. Literally, that was the argumentation. Because when the election came around, they keep in mind, Abraham Lincoln didn't appear on the ballot of most of the deep South states, and so a guy that some voters never even heard of won the election, and they realized they did not get a single Southern state, and they still won. That's when they realized we're outnumbered. Now, if the Confederate States actually wanted to get away, my philosophy is what they should have done is they should have sued the federal government, taken it to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court probably would have decided with them favorably. In fact, it was the shot. Like, Abraham Lincoln is like such a smart cookie because he knew if I do anything overtly against the Confederacy as they're seceding, everyone's going to look at me as a tyrant. And already he wasn't popular because he had kind of occupied Maryland. So he's like, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to let them take the first shot, knowing dang well that the Southerners are hotheads, because I know my people, we are. And so when we fired on Fort Sumter, he's like, well, they fired the first shot, which means I'm fully licensed to go down and kick butt. Maybe not considering Lincoln's actions pretty much afterwards, as it likely wouldn't have done anything different. That and Abe was a free soiler. Yep. Oh, honest Abe. Please tell me I'm not too far away. Dante, there you been. Especially if you discourse about the Civil War online, that acknowledges the nuances about it. And that's the thing, and I've never really liked like anyone who goes like full hard line in one direction and of just saying like, it was all about slavery and everyone in the South was just evil, frothing at the mouth demons. And I also don't like that just like, it was all about states' rights. Slavery was never that had nothing to do with it and blah, 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 blah. It's just like, this was I look at it as like one of the most tragic events in American history because of how much damage it caused, not just to the South, there's the guy looking for Gavin, but also how much damage it caused to the spirit of the nation as a whole. Some of the wars, because you had so many young men die for so tragic a goal. It's brother fighting brother and father fighting son. It's just a bad situation all around. Sadly, I would like to say it could have been averted, but the problem was tension was building up to that for a while. When the cotton gin was invented, that almost sealed the fate of it. Lee is kind of a mixed bag. Lee isn't the brilliant mastermind that a lot of people want him to say that, and I say that as a guy who, like, my grandfather adored General Lee. Absolutely thought he was like the bee's knees, if you will. But I have some people like crap talk him in some unfair ways. General Lee was definitely a product of his time. I almost wish what had happened is Virginia hadn't seceded, and if they hadn't, then Lee probably would have taken Lincoln's request and led the Union Army, in which case I think the war would have been over much quicker. Because Lee may not have been the best general in the Civil War, but he was a dang fine tactician, and given the resources of the Union Army, he would have been able to clean house relatively quickly. So what is massive miscommunications fueled that paranoia? Yeah, and that's another thing. There is a lot of paranoia. Like, I talked about how, praising... Blow me to hell! Woohoo! No, Dante, it's okay! Oh, Martin, man! I was just talking about nuance, and then you fellers had to come out. If Dante gets damaged in any way, I'm gonna kill all of you. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna kill all of you anyway. You okay, Dante? I know that was a little bit of a traumatic experience for everybody. Ooh, I'll have some brandy. Dead banditos, I'll drink to that. Who do you think is the best general of the Civil War? That's a great question. I would probably have to give it to, in terms of just what he's able to accomplish, I'd probably have to say, I know this is stereotypical, but Ulysses S. Grant, because he was actually able to realize the gravity of the situation and know, I may not be the best tactician in the world, but I know 100% what it's going to take to win, and I'm going to do it, even though I know it's going to cost a lot of lives. Because he recognized the situation, knew what needed to be done, and did it. I also think another underrated general is the Rock of Chickamauga. I forget his name off the top of my head, but that's what I know. But they called him the old Virginian because he was a because he was a Virginian that fought for the Union. Albertson E. Johnson was a pretty good general, but he got whacked at Shiloh, so what are you going to do? I will also say I think James Longstreet also gets a bad rap just because he got branded a scallywag, but I think he was actually a pretty intelligent general. My family got involved in the Civil War because we lost family in Atlanta. Sherman's name is not talked about kindly in my household. Oh yeah, I grew up in and around Columbia, South Carolina, so you best believe I was taught what Sherman did, and like even die hard like rebel haters that just like hate the South to this day will go, okay, Sherman may have gone a little bit out of control in Columbia, and what partially that's not his fault because like alcohol was just laid out in the streets for him, and so when a bunch of privates from the army, any army, see a bunch of alcohol, they're gonna get blitzed and start burning stuff. But still, some of the stuff they did there was Sherman wasn't proud of what happened in Columbia, to be sure. But yeah, that leaves sort of a dark spot on what happened. It's crazy that scallywag is an actual insult at some point. Yeah, scallywag specifically is an insult to Southerners who basically either A, did not help the Confederacy, or aided the Republicans in Reconstruction. And so James Longstreet became a Republican after the Civil War, saying that, hey, we lost, we need to work with Republicans so that we can have a hand in Reconstruction, otherwise we will be left completely out of this new South. And so he agreed, and so he became a Republican, helping out in and around New Orleans, and so his name was slandered because of it. Jubal Early, Robert E. Lee's right-hand man, blamed Gettysburg on James Longstreet, saying if he had followed Lee's orders, we would have won, but those orders never existed. And Robert E. Lee himself blamed Gettysburg on himself. Yeah, it's like the U.S. military is honored tradition as a functioning bunch of alcoholics take yours truly. Exactly. Like for that time we went to Iceland and drained the country dry. Yep. I remember watching the Ken Burns documentary on Prohibition and how Europeans would comment just like, man, these Americans are a bunch of alcoholics. And we're like, yes, sir, now I'll drink to that. Yeah, it also didn't help that when we
Think you can help the lady out?
No, not until I have my hat on.
My horse
now I can help.
Twisted my ankle something fierce. Think you could give me a ride?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Up on.
Oh, thank you, sir.
If you try anything, I'll kill you. All right, looks like you're being genuine.
You know Emerald Ranch? Mind taking me there?
I was actually headed in a similar direction, but yeah, okay.
Glad I ran into you. Huh. I raised that horse, you know. Raised it since it was just a foal.
And now it's fouled.
It's hard. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that horse did right by me.
Until now.
My husband, truth be told.
I didn't ask for your life story there.
Complaining.
So my blood has a proof of it's 10 years out of service. Hey, yes. Means you don't have to drink as much now, but we still do. Fortunately, I can't drink as heavily as maybe sometimes as my buddies would, just because the doc tells me, like, oh no, your liver is going to be a problem. Shoot her, she's riddled with lies. Nah, if she was going to do something, she would have tried to pull me off the horse.
By a nice warm patch. Must have dozed off, but I wake up and find some nasty piece of work pointing a rusty shotgun straight at me.
Hope it wasn't me.
Well, he gets wheezing on and I must have made some sort of noise because the next thing I know, Biscuit had nipped his ear clean off. Kicked his hide too as he was hollering away.
Yes, the U.S. Army, the Navy, Marines, and the Air Force are all alcoholics. The Navy and Air Force acutely have on-base bars. Fair enough.
What does he do?
And what's really great is you'll have the situation where you'll have 18-year-olds that join the military, and then they can't, like, we can let you go fight and die for your country, but we can't let you have a beer.
For the time being, I was looking for
wild how that logic works.
help with the gardens. If I waited any longer for my husband to put food on the table, I'd have died of starvation. I'll be moving on soon, though. Emerald Ranch, well, it's a strange place.
You think?
How so?
The owner's a mean bastard. Strange, too. Delights in bullying folk.
And why do you want to go there?
But she never leaves the house. You can see her in the windows sometimes. Oh, we're getting close now.
Oh, Lark, you sweet so much. Yes, I know they still drink. You gotta go. Alright, take care, B1.
Here we go. This is great.
You drink more at 18 in the service than at any other age. I believe it. I'm just talking about what is legally accepted. Because I've heard stories about, like, when you have British and American troops on the same base, the Americans will sneak over to hang out with the British because they're allowed to drink. Alright. So I did my good deed for the day. Speaking of which, I have a little something on me. Oh, while I'm here, let me go talk to the fence. While I also clip through a fence. Yes, I'm an idiot. I actually think that Prohibition form actually makes alcoholism worse because people weren't used to, hold on, I'll have to read that in a second, it disappeared. First, let me get over to the feller.
Evening.
Hello again. All right, take a look.
Alright, let's see.
Something for me?
Yes, I do.
Now, where did you get this, I wonder?
You don't want to know. You do not want to know where any of this comes from.
Shame to part with it, I bet.
Not really.
Pick this up off the street.
I picked it off of something, I'll say that much.
Okay.
Remember, Lark, be positive. Blood. Prayers be to Space King. The Brits, Germans, Aussies, and Poles, and even Canadians love to party with us, yes. Alright, let me read some of these. I think actually that Prohibition was actually makes alcoholism worse because people aren't used to it so long that they are not taught how to drink responsibly and overdo it. That is actually partially true. And the thing is, what previously was regulated and managed is now suddenly completely illegal, and so now there's nothing managing it, and so this is where you get your speakeasies, you get men and women drinking together. I know, scandalous. And basically it changes the whole rules on drinking culture, and also you have a lot of people that are manufacturing their own alcohol that isn't always safe, and so this causes a lot of problems. But yeah, Prohibition was just... It was just a poor idea. What's sad is a lot of people that were trying to go for Prohibition did not think they were going to outlaw beer. They just thought it was going to be hard liquor. But Wayne Wheeler, the guy that was basically the architect of it, he just wanted all alcohol gone. What the Shines don't know can't hurt them, and what the Shines do know won't hurt them unless they open their mouths. Dang right.
Yep.
You know what? Oh, no, not wrong one. Cheers, bro. I'll drink to that. I won't let the tuberculosis get me. The Mafia, when Prohibition started, stonks. Yeah, pretty much. Prohibition just kickstarted the Mafia. Wait a sec, was Wheeler? Wayne Wheeler, if I remember that was his name, he was basically the architect of Prohibition and the temperance movement. He funded both political parties and made sure to get Prohibition passed through. Because he saw alcohol as this great moral evil, and that if he could stamp it out of society, then all would be well. But while well-intentioned, he went about it in an awful way. You'll notice that's a trend. But yeah, that's how Mafia works. And if you get that meme, good on you. It's been a while since I've been this way up. I wanted to get out to open country again.
Hey there, mister.
Didn't feel like talking. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Little house on the prairie. I say, oh, I know that's a little bit because Cornwell's oil crap. That's not that they actively poison alcohol. I'm just a fool.
a fool for love.
I'm a fool for free. Can't I?
Blind man. Have this.
I can get. Can I give him $100 because I'm doing quite well right now?
Your whole life has been one of regret.
Ouch.
It can end better than it began. All right, friend.
That wasn't even cryptic. That was just facts. It's just like, yeah, your life's been crap, but you can improve it. Wait, who's getting paid while being a fool? I know. To quote, gosh, I can't remember his, Pete from Goof Troop, outfool me, will ya? Well, you can't. I've been a fool since before you were born. Now go up there and uphold the family IQ. I want my money, too. That's the thing about that irritates me about watching, like, reality TV or TikTok or anything and seeing people being a fool and making money off of it. It's like, it's like, how come I don't get paid when I'm an idiot? So it's all these idiots out here working for free, and here they are. It's been a while since I've been to ye old Valentine. See if the shops are still open. I think they are. Oh, it's 11:01 p.m. Trying to think of it. When's the last time I took a bath? I'm a fool out fools. If a fool out fools a fool, then they are smarter for overcoming their opponent, or dumber for being. It's a good question. All right.
You leave her be. I ain't afraid to get blood on my hands.
I got him.
Thank you. That crazy bastard, he can rot in hell.
I think he will.
Get out of here, ma'am.
I don't want to see you loot this corpse so I don't lose karma. Well, how about that? Didn't expect that to go down. But now I have even more money, yay! Alright, let's get cleaned up. Making money off bad decision. I turned down college scholarships for the Corps. I'd be a zillionaire. It said I just get depression and non-service related injuries. Yes, the VA. Yeah, so you carrying all that weight on your back has nothing to do, is not related to your spine issues whatsoever. How to get out of room inspection of the military. Have a bottle of liquor in the fridge with the note that says, to my favorite sergeant. We'll see how that works.
Someone warming it up for you already. Just head down the corridor there.
I got the money, might as well use it. Why am I hearing those noises? I'm scared. Yeah, he is a woolly fella right now. Take a good look, ladies. You know you like it. Half the time, it works every time. That doesn't make sense.
Can I be of any assistance in there?
No, this is a family stream.
I think I'm okay, thanks.
Okay, maybe next time, hon.
Alright, aren't you guys enjoying this pulse-pounding entertainment? And remember, this actually does provide benefits in-game. So remember, take your bath, gamers. It's kind of funny, I was actually having a conversation with my buddy because he's actually trying Skyrim in earnest for the first time, and he was like, how do I get to the Dark Brotherhood? And I was explaining to him, like, okay, you got to do X, Y, and Z. He's like, alright, I killed Grelog the Kind, what do I do now? And I was like, okay, you go and report back to the kid, and then you go sleep in a bed. And then he's like, wait, sleeping actually does stuff in this game? And I'm like, unless you're a werewolf, yeah, but you got to go ahead and do that. It's like, oh, okay. So it's just like, you've been playing for how long and you haven't even let your character go to bed since then? A sleep-deprived Dovahkiin does no favors for anybody. Because you don't want to start falling asleep in the middle of fighting Halloween. Never fun. If being in it gave me money, I'd be richer than Scrooge McDutch. True, hold on. Is everything okay? Alright, no, that's not something that needs intervention. I thought he might be in danger. He is not in danger. He is quite content with his lot in life. And now I'm going to go to bed and hope I don't dream of that. Ugh. The 762 on my left butt cheek isn't service related, according to the EA. How do you figure that? How do you figure that? I'm just like, if it isn't service related, how'd it get there, bud? Like, that sounds like Purple Heart material. Werewolf is a double-edged blade. On one hand, poor sleep. On the other hand, 100% disease resistance without being a filthy farm tool. There you go. The other issue is you're a furry. I don't make the rules. But again, on the other hand, the companions are just fun. Also, Domino's is using 6-7 in their ads. What have we been... Oh, God. A buddy of mine who teaches... same buddy, actually, who teaches at an elementary school. He was like, I'm lucky I went to district training today because he missed school that day. And that day they were going... It's our 67th day in school, so we're going to be we're all going to be wearing 6-7 on our shirts to try and connect with the kids. And I'm just like, no, don't. I see that meme enough. I don't need to see any more of it. Just, good Lord. And it's just so random. And I know that's like the appeal. They just like, whoa, look at me. I'm so random. And perhaps I wouldn't mind it if they didn't interrupt my class for it. You're only a furry if you get certain mods from Rover Lab. Don't want to know. Don't want to know. I believe you. I believe you 100%. I will retract my statement. Please don't bring that up. It shouldn't have become a meme in the first place. Yeah, one does not dictate what becomes a meme. Now let's just trim the old hair back a bit. Beard just needs a slight trim. Full style. Ooh. Trim. Become Amish. Become a brawler. And become Heisenberg. Tempting. We'll just go. No, not all the way. We're only at level 3. Oh, we'll just...
Sit down?
I am sitting. Well, there goes your tip, pal. See if I ever come back to you again. I'll go to the barber in Saint Denis. He's nicer, I think. Really, your character is a COC at this point. Maybe. Yeah. I am kind of making what I am of him. But now back to my favorite gunsmith.
New Hanover, and I intend to keep it that way. Don't you try to get rid of me. What is it you want from here?
You okay, buddy? You all right? I think there was some. Tension there. Okay, anyway, I was just gonna clean some stuff.
Condition. Keep it up.
Alright, just kind of snapped at me there. Hope he's okay.
As far as I can see.
Mechanic pistol, carbine, Lancaster repeater. It needs to be some cleaning.
You keep treating that like your own child, alright? Good on you.
I don't have my child shoot things at other people, of course. The last child I had was Sean from Fallout 4, and that didn't work out well for anybody involved. All right. The real reason I came over here, I wanted to work on this. Iron sights.
Bet you
I would hope it already has rifling, but you know what? Let's fix that, shall we? Lark, are you mad? Oh, hold on. Let's see. Lark, are you mad? Gunsmith, you shoot me. I didn't shoot this one. I don't recall ever shooting this one. I don't know where he would get that idea that I would shoot him.
Really? No reason to be taking this long.
Why is everyone short with me? They act like I shot a... Oh, wait. Whoops.
I'd recommend loading up on extra ammo.
I'll get some high-velocity rounds. You never know when you might need them. Let's see.
I'd like to give this a personal touch with some engraving.
Maybe some carbons. Ooh, not bad. The wolf, the eagle, and the bear. I kind of like this. I kind of like the buck scene relief. Varnish. It's fine the way it is. Pump action. This definitely needs some cleaning.
You keep treating that like your own child, all right? Good on you.
You seem to be very, very confused. But whatever. I don't have my kid shoot people yet. Lark, probably. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alrighty then. That gets me out of there. I've gotten all cleaned up. Got my guns polished up and got with new rifling. I'm ready to hit the road. And what is this? I don't need my Cattleman revolver as an extra sidearm. I got my Schofield yin yang thing going on. There we go.
Claire, I need to pass.
I bet you do. Alright, look at me. I went through Valentine without shooting up the place. I'm so proud of me. Now let's see if I can leave and have a good conversation with people without losing my mind. Is that Mickey? Oh, there he is.
Hey, brother.
What up, dude?
Good to see you again, friend.
How you been, bud?
I've only gone and forgotten your name.
Again?
But worse than that, I've forgotten my own name, too.
Booze is hitting you hard.
It happens to me. You ever forget your name, mister?
Sure.
Sure. See? We're made for each other. As friends.
Thank you.
I knew it. There's a big crazy fella with a gun, and I'm a little crazy fella. Can't afford a gun no more. Stick with him, Jimmy, I said. And then I said, your name ain't Jimmy, it's Mickey. And then...
Did Disney beat you up to make you not have that name?
Even he didn't want to talk to me no more. I'll see you around. I've gotten real confused.
Okay.
See that church over there? I want you to go walk inside and get to have a long, nice talk with the pastor. I think it'll do you some good.
Yeah, I'll stay there, boy.
Yeah, it was time to clean you off. Why do I keep hearing pigs squealing? You're only going to become bacon. Alright, next target. We're going to go do the investigation for Jeremiah Thompson. Poor Mickey. Yep, losing an arm is never fun. I mean, not that I know, but still. I feel like that guy was talking smack, but I can't say with 100% certainty, so I will restrain myself and not go back and pop him in the mouth. Hold on. Well, well, well. Just when I was trying not to be a homicidal madman. Had to be sure he was dead. Again, had to be sure. Is that a waste of Deadeye? Perhaps. But do I care? No. Because look at these guns. Look at them. That's right. Settle down, Dante. You did great. Now let's see what Cornwall Driscoll's boy left for me. Oh, I blew his head off. Oof. Yep, that's a closed casket funeral right there. Ooh. And a gold pocket watch. Man, you know what? Say what you will about the O'Driscoll boys. They bring me nice stuff. Not intentionally, but they do bring me nice stuff. I gotta say, at a certain point, I don't even need to be take the Sly Cooper approach. Instead of robbing Leviticus Cornwall, just rob all the idiots trying to rob other people. What are they gonna do? Send me a thank you note? But no, we gotta rob the wealthy people. Because I get it, they got the money. But if you're gonna rob Leviticus Cornwall, you better make sure Leviticus Cornwall doesn't know who did it. Right. Oh, there's another one. Well, hello there. What do you got for the donation pile? $4? Not bad. And a platinum band. Your donation has been considered and respected. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. Okay, no, it's Air Force. That's Air Force. Pretty sure the Air Force doesn't have a cavalry division. Ah. Big sky country. Oh, hold on. Let's say hello.
Howdy. That's a nice horse.
Alright, there we go. I was a little worried about him. He was giving me that silent treatment. But he's probably just got a lot on his mind. We will let him live. For now. It's like Kaisar's Legion from Fallout New Vegas. Like, oh goody, free stuff. You shouldn't have any. Yeah, I actually saw a meme a little bit earlier. Oh, what's this? This could be hilarious.
Come on, hold. Lord have mercy. Whoa, hey, come back. Oh no.
Better help him out. Probably fixing a horseshoe. Horse is in pain and decided.
Come here. Whoa.
You gotta get back to you, Master. You'd be surprised. The Navy has the biggest Air Force and the Army has the biggest Navy. Yeah, but I just have trouble believing the Chairborne would have anything to do with horses. I just killed a bunch of people, but okay.
Really nice of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, accept my thanks as reward. I won't forget this.
Sure, mister.
Well, aren't I just a nice guy? Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes it's good. But anyway, as I was saying, I saw this meme where it's just like me being a few caps short, being able to buy the anti-material rifle, the Legion Hit Squad. Oh, thank you. I was wondering how I was going to afford this.
Hi there, mister.
I left my love a letter in the hollow of a tree. I told her she could find me in the U.S. Cavalry. Oh, yes, sir. You went from very evil karma to just evil. Actually, I'm doing pretty good, because I was truly evil. I'd have to be killing a lot more people. Oh, hi, Bessie.
Hey, partner.
Says Rob, what am I going to do, steal his cattle?
Hey there.
While Marine status loves to dunk on the Chair Force, my love of my grandfather, makes me not want to laugh at that. They joke about it too. Listen, I had, before the ROTC scholarship kind of fizzled out as not a possibility, my plan was going to actually become Chairborne, and by that I mean I was going to go JAG. I was planning on becoming a JAG officer, which when I talked with them, they jokingly said, yes, we are the chairborne, because that's what we do. We're military lawyers. And so I thought that was kind of an interesting. But yeah, pick on the Air Force. They still do a lot of good. All of the military service do, but I have to. I have Marines in my family line. I also have 2 cousins in the Navy. But I do have one guy I do have one, like, cousin twice removed who was in the Air Force. I actually got a coworker that's in the Air Force right now. And we threw him and a couple other of our teachers a little late Veterans Day parade. Granted, it was just them walking around the school, but hey, we did something.
Hey, mister.
Oh, gotta be careful, running into trees. Sorry about your cousin. Cousins in the Navy, they're doing all right. Actually, both of them are probably going to get out relatively soon. One's kind of had it with them because he's gotten medical issues because of the Navy, and they're refusing to acknowledge it. And the other, well, he just had his first child, and so he and his wife are looking to leave the Navy for stability purposes. Well, they both enjoyed the time they served. Of course, one of them was a pilot, so he got to rub it in everybody's faces. Alright, so now to check on Jeremiah Compton. We burned down this guy's barn. Actually, just in case there's idiocy here. Take a bolt action. And a pump. A sailor having a child with a woman? Next you're gonna tell me pigs fly. Well, I hate to be this guy, but actually pigs have flown very early on, because one of the things that, like, once we started getting biplanes reliably working, someone said, it would be funny? We actually need to get a pig up in the plane, and so they did. I think it was like in the early, 1920s or 30s.
By order of Judge Meredith Holden in the courts of the state of Lemoyne, we do hereby grant repossession of this property and all items herein to the Bank of Roads. M. Holden, Judge Holden, Henrietta Blackley, clerk, November 18th, 1895.
Okay, so this happened a few years ago. Let's see if we can get in the back door. Oh, is this a different notice? Nope, same one.
Ledger, watch, pistol.
And empty bottle. Kentucky bourbon. Oh, blood eyes. Yeah, they'll give you bloodshot eyes, all right. We do have to take the piss out of what the Marines especially do it to our chauffeurs. Well, you got to. What's really funny is when, they make fun of the Marines for being crayon eaters, and the Marines go you know what, I'm going to mess with them. Because I remember, one guy who was a Marine, and they're just like, hey, what do you think about Marines eating crayons? Goes over to, pulls out a box of crayons out of his pocket and starts eating one. What? It's dang, how do you argue with that? What's this? Well, he had a family.
June 7th, 1855. Dear sir, please accept this likeness of your family as a small token of appreciation for your assistance in the recovery of my property. Like your old pa, you're a cunning old dog and a credit to this community. Yours, Colonel Joshua Nixon, the Ascension Plantation.
Slave catcher, as I remember. Yeah, I talked to my mom too. It's she was former PSYOPs. It's definitely military in joke. Yep, a child's drawing.
Thanks indeed for your talk to our Sunday school class. Thought you might like this drawing young Josh did of you. He wants to grow up to be just like you. Sam.
Oh, the times they are a-changing for you, Mr. Compton.
2nd, 1870.
Do all these have rings around it?
I'm afraid there's no more work for you down here at the plantation. I'm grateful for the help you've given us, and the help your pappy and your pappy's pappy gave us before you. These are trying times for all of us. You are in our thoughts and prayers. Yours truly, Colonel J. Nixon, the Ascension Plantation.
Yeah, I think that ring is a bug. Antique pocket watch. Enslave, not an enslaver, almost a re-enslaver, if you will. He was a
That's the old watch.
slave catcher. Let's see. Say what you want about us jarheads, but we can't read, but we know more about colors than anyone else. Semper Fi. My grandfather was a Marine. I can't get too hard on him. Some of the best shots, though, you'll ever see. Premium cigarettes. Oh, I can't take any? Well, then, we will just have to fix that. Where's the premium stuff? There they are. Take a long drag. Let's see if we got any cards out of this. Artist and Poet set collection.
Okay, where is all this old crap?
Nothing too crazy in there. We'll inspect this letter. We're learning more about this guy. Again with the ring.
There ain't nothing here of any value. I wouldn't give you a nickel for it. Come by for a sup of whiskey anytime. Bill. Yes. I was sorry to hear of Betsy's passing. Things is easier up there for sure.
Don't know if Betsy was his wife or his daughter, but either way, his family fell apart. That's never fun. Alright, let's see what do we have here. And can I keep the hat? It's a bowler hat.
Dear Mr.
Again with the ring.
After numerous complaints from customers and fellow employees alike, we must terminate your employment. There's just no place for a man like you at the Central Union Railroad Company.
In 1870. Looks like he couldn't adjust to civilian life, or rather, a new line of work.
Trap door, huh?
Again, what is it with...
What you doing here? We found this place first.
Is that a percussion cap pistol?
Just looking around for some things. That old revolver yours?
That's not a revolver.
Finders keepers. Ah, son of a bitch!
Oh, God damn it! Come on, Dan!
Where are you going? Come on! God damn you!
What you doing?
I think it's actually percussion cap, not just flintlock. How many knife wounds can you take, sir? This is getting comical. I'm practically shit. Am I using a butter knife? We're gonna paint this whole room red at this point. I have never had the knife fight go on this long. Typically, I've shanked them at this point. Is this a glitch? Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the call. That was ridiculous. Look at all the blood we got on the floor. Daggum. Dang you fool. 78 stabs later. You're going down, mister. And you just had to be an inconvenience to everyone and die on the trap door. Let me inspect this letter.
Paw, God damn it. Told you to stay away from the boy. He don't want this. Heck, none of us want nothing to do with you. Rance.
Must be a letter from his family. So, wife died. Children are ashamed of him because he probably lost his life to liquor. Yep. Most slave catchers probably wouldn't have a basement like this. That's wild. Guess this room would hold them until someone could come pick them up?
Well, that's that. I was somewhere near Rhodes when they caught me. Till the day I die, I ain't gonna forget the sound of that dog barking at my heels. But I don't suppose that day ain't gonna be far off yet. It was 50 lashings yesterday and 50 more to come. I don't think I can take any more. Man said he was doing his job. Funny kind of employment if you ask me, but I suppose you ain't. Light's fading, so that's it for now. I do hope I live to see the end of this war and justice win out. Ugh. June 64. God.
Anything else? Let's see. What's over here? Ooh, ledger!
This your ledger? A list of slaves?
Yep, caught in the 1850s.
January 15th, Betsy, $17. January 18th, Louise, $12. May 18th, Wilfred, $18. May 24th, Minnie and Child, $20.
Just a stinking pistol.
And I believe that pistol was upstairs. Here it is. Kind of shame we can't, like, just spruce this up because it'd be kind of funny to have an ye old ramrod pistol.
Oh, that'll be the pistol.
Well, time for an uncomfortable conversation. Bro was immune to melee weapons. That guy was, I'll tell you. Lost his livelihood, his wife, then lost himself to liquor, couldn't recover. Family broke contact with him. Not a pleasant life. Oh, is that, dare I say, Porkins? It's a 2-star. Boo hiss. Sounds like a coyote. All these animals out. Quit squealing or I'll shoot you regardless. You know, I need the fat anyway. Oh, that one's... Ah, dang it, I just ruined the pelt. Tough piggy, ain't you?
Okay then.
Even if you're poor quality, you can still provide meat and animal fat. Also means you stop squealing like a pig. And he's still squealing. Alright, on the road again. Dude, need to let the liquor go.
Perfect. I ain't saying that. It's just.
Oh man. Oh man.
You show some respect. I was respected once. I had a profession.
You asked me to get you something.
There's no bringing back what I want. I want my job, the pride, the respect accorded to a gentleman.
What about this old crap? Huh?
Can we keep the pistol for reasons?
Those bastards have changed everything. I was a good worker. I took pride in my work. They took it away.
Yeah,
Oh man, some jobs ain't for saving.
Should have stuck with the
Some
railroad.
legacies,
Oh,
they are for pissing.
what are you doing? That's my history. Ah! God. Damn you! Damn you! I still exist. Oh.
No, I don't take pleasure in this. Go be with your wife. Actually, hold on. I want to see if I can loot the pistol. I cannot. That's lunch, everybody. Yep. But with that, that's probably a good place to end it. It's past 10. We made some pretty good headway. Got around, got our bolt-action rifle, had some fun with Lenny, had some fun with Charles. And actually, hold on one second. Just when I was about to get off.
Easy there. Jesus Christ. Glad I weren't the target. Thank you for your help.
You get on getting on this, huh? Where's my brandy will do? It was fun debating. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Had some good discussion. Had some lively conversation. And, well, we had some emotional moments. We had some funny moments. And we've killed a lot of O'Driscolls and Lemoyne Raiders. Honestly, they do themselves a disservice. Can I take the Kelpie hat? I want to take the Kelpie hat. Might be mispronouncing that. Even though I got destroyed. Hey, you can't win them all. Trust me, we've all taken the downside in the debate. And besides, you like the Clankers, nothing wrong with that. Just as long as we get the clown on each other. But yeah, that was a depressing send-off. And honestly, I know a lot of people are like, haha, you killed a slave catcher. That thing, like, yeah, listen, I don't like his profession either. But he lost his wife, he lost his family, he's a man of he's a product of his time, couldn't adapt with it and lost himself to liquor. And if he had either made better decisions or had a better support network, he could have come out a different and better man. And so it's sad that do that, and I kill him not out of spite, but out of acknowledgement of like putting me out of his misery. It's kind of a rough situation to be in, but that's that. But anyway, we'll talk more about this next time, as we will probably continue doing our rootin', tootin', and shooting next week. I was talking about the slave catcher, the guy we just gave this stuff back and put him down. Yeah, exactly, Dr. Cal. It's a mercy. But anyway, thanks for sticking with me, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care.